Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 DEI Dividend and Impera. Here today on the channel, we're back with episode 5 of our Massilia series. Here today, we're going to continue our war against the Arverni and hopefully finishing them off here today. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. So yeah, we're back on our sub-modded campaign. We're continuing with our dream to form a Hellenic France. So we're going to occupy the Gaulish capital, and the Arverni have officially been destroyed. We're going to start shipping off this gold, putting it into the royal bank, I suppose. So probably need to move this army back, and we'll look to push further into central France. We've still got the Adui, the Pictons, and a fair few Celtic tribes. We're still trying to bring Gaul / modern day France under heel, bring it fully under our control and Hellenize it, which is going to be easier said than done. Just going to dish out some skills here to increase my governor's abilities. He's already a 4-star, which is quite nice. We'll start putting more governors around once we start building up these towns. They're on really good locations here in France, but once we start bringing culture, population, trade and craftsmen and merchants, we're going to start booming the economy of Massilia. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. The Oracle of Delphi has given us a good, well, reading, I suppose. And various construction has been complete. A marriage has been done. We've married off that noblewoman. Now, we just have to be a little bit careful in this Massilia campaign still. I've kept a full stack in Massilia, fleet-wise, and I do have another army down there. We are a little bit susceptible to a Roman attack, which still hasn't happened. We're still technically at war with the Republic. Just transferring some units here now. And then we'll look to maybe start a new front. Haven't decided just yet. Might end up going to war with the Pictons. We'll try and get Massalian hoplites where we can. We're not going to be able to get our Greek reforms till turn 50, so we're still a little bit away from that. But we're going to try and go for our short victory conditions, which is all of what I would consider modern day France. There might be some territorial inconsistencies in and around the River Rhine, but we'll see how we go. And then, depending on your guys' support, the likes, the comments, the feedback and suggestions, we might continue this particular campaign, or might just start a new series and do a slower upload rate. I haven't decided just yet, but simply support this series if you want to see more, and we'll do more. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's continue on. I'm cutting in turn times as well because they just take so long. Alright, research has been complete. We've got tax labor, so that's really going to help us in the financial front. What should we go with tech-wise? Actually, you know what? As we're starting to get more cities under our direct control, we probably can try and increase our pop. I wish our family tree was slightly bigger. We can't get any more family members in, which is a shame. We're nearly capping out on armies. And navies edict-wise. Look, you know what? I'm going to recruit a small navy here to simply start going far east into the Mediterranean to try and find trade. Now, because we are a Greek / Hellenic faction, as we go east, we're going to find so many other Greek city-states, Pergamon, Colchis, Cameria. Unless the barbarians take over Greece, that sometimes can happen, where Thrace or the Trabali do quite well. If not, we should be able to get trade with even like the Seleucids and various successor kingdoms. Okay, well, I think it's time to go against the Pictons. We've got a pretty good opportunity here to maybe intercept that army. What's going on up here? I kind of want to wait for those additional reinforcements. They were kind of going towards Adui territory. Well, we'll see. Okay. Child born, nice.
Destination reached. Come fight with us. At your command. Sign up, lads.
Let's get some more hoplites in.
Commander.
And I want to wait for that secondary stack, because it might end up divulging into a siege. Yeah, there's 12 inside. So we're making plans and preparations to fully go after the Pictons next, I imagine. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Oh, nice. We got the Thesmophoria Festival. That will give us a nice buff. Alright, still moving my navy around. Back down in Massilia. Yeah, it's just like, as we're continuing to go eastward, sorry, westward, we are exposed eastward, technically. I'm kind of tempted to go into Cisalpine Gaul, but fuck. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to create a buffer zone between us and the Romans, but I really don't want to be bordering them for player-led bias. It might actually be better just to let them sit there, I don't know. Pirates spotted down in the south, okay. But this is what we control, and how the Mediterranean is shaping up. We have half of southern France under our control. The Romans still don't have influence down in Sicily. Still dealing with the barbarian tribes to the north as well. Okay, let's get some more units in Massilia, constantly recruiting where we can. The more units we can get, the better. And we also probably want to try and continue to grow our navy as a diversion. The last thing I want is actually to lose Massilia itself. And if it was to bounce to another city, our capital, that would be disappointing. The Pictons have moved further north now, so maybe we might be better off going to war with the Adui. We'll see. Okay, and we'll go with a Sacred Grove to offset the gold mining we're going to have to do in the province. People are not going to be too happy with the waste, I suppose. Let's continue on. Always get scared of Rome. Oh, we've finally been attacked by the Romans. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? I did not expect that. Okay, let's retreat. They might give chase. It's always scary when they have the first turn timer. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Rank increased. Nothing crazy. Okay, because that navy got attacked by the Romans, we might be better off slinking down south to the coast of Africa. We might have more protection there. The Gamanthians ain't going to have a navy. They might have a couple boys in a canoe. That's about it. And Cameria... not Cameria. Serenica. They probably will like us. And then we've got the Egyptians down there as well. Okay, so there's a full stack there, and then the other one's not so much in range. Okay, so I think it's time to probably declare war upon the Pictons.
We hunger for battle. March.
And let's see how we can wingle this to our favor.
Welcome.
So they're at war with the Adui and the Carnutes. Okay. So let's join that war, circumnavigating the alliance.
Greetings to you. I trust you.
Yeah. So let's move on in.
our people.
At your
Let this
command.
be a sign of more good to
With
come.
2 full stacks. One with
We hunger for battle.
Xenon, our faction leader,
March. Ready for orders.
and his uncle, Theo.
How can I assist you?
Should be enough to deal with them.
I
Okay,
wish
our
that
governor's gone up in
was
stats in Bertagala. It's becoming one of our biggest and best port cities.
At your command.
Let's make sure my champion finishes off its stats. And let's end the turn and continue. Let's see how they react. Okay, they've moved further north. The Aravachi are at war. Interesting.
as you command. The gods
Oh,
make words
they've just left their settlement
Hunger for
undefended. Okay. Bizarre.
None
Well,
will
we're gonna
escape.
move in and just embed ourselves.
Ready for battle.
The longer they wait, the worse it gets for them. Bit weird, but okay. I thought we'd have a battle against the Pictons here. We still might, if that army comes back.
Hunger for battle. Ready for
Not what
battle.
I anticipated, though. But now we have the entire region of Aquitania, Bertagala, the Celts, the Pictons, and the Averni now crushed.
We hunger for battle.
Still need to convert those buildings in particular. And we'll try and funnel more cash to an army down in Massilia. Okay, you've got movement now. Okay, I just wanted to see if that was controlled by someone else, but still Carthage. We haven't got trade with them. For some reason, we can't seem to negotiate with them nor the Romans. But we will be able to negotiate with Serenica here,
Your gold would be well
a
spent
North
by my
African
people, but they would
Greek city-state.
The gods
They
of
quite often
Olympus
get subjugated
rejoice.
by Egypt,
Well met, friend.
but they're going to allow us to get some good trade relations, get that booming. Let's dish out some of these abilities. Campaign movement is always fantastic, can't go wrong with that. Being able to move across the battlefield, particularly in DEI where your campaign movement has been
Commander.
nerfed substantially. It's something you really should look into. Alright, let's continue on. Household expands. They've rotated units around slightly. Okay, so now we've found Ptolemy, Egypt. We'll try and get trade with them as quick as we can. We might even be able to find some other factions as well. Maybe the Seleucids. We just found Sparta, weirdly.
I am honored to receive
Try and get a non-aggression pact with them. We are using a mod which allows them to have better portraits. So you did see a pretty good looking Spartan then. We'll try and find Athens a bit later as well. Okay.
It is an honor to serve, Commander.
Still trying to grow the navy to at least a full stack. We could look to maybe move that army north with a potential war against the Aedui. We will get a battle here today. Just not too sure who it's exactly going to be against. Could be the Aedui or the Carnutes, we'll see. Still trying to curtail, control, colonize these tens of thousands of barbarians in Gaul. There's so many of these Celts. We're going to try and bring them to heel.
For the
Okay, so it looks like the Carnutes actually attacked them. So we're not going to get a battle against the Pictons. They've been crushed. Nice. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
of death.
And we'll try and run down the last of them. Perfect. This is what we want. Shrewd campaign action in DEI. I know a lot of people prefer the battles. In Total War, it's the main selling point, but I just love the campaign so much. I definitely think I enjoy the campaign 70-30 compared to the battles. I don't know why. I just always have. Maybe the role-playing aspect of it and having terrible computers back in the day. Not being able to play battles and laptops and shit. Okay, well now we need to look for an next target.
I go.
So they look like they're pretty stacked up. Oh, maybe we go against the Carnoots here, who have overextended. And then we can go for Cinnabon. Go get that delicious Cinnabon. A delicious cinnamon scroll with cream on top. I do like cream pies and cinnamon scrolls. What? Anyway, let's continue. Do you not like pastries? I love pastries. Let's continue to get our marching orders up. And we're probably going to need that secondary army, I think. Okay. Let's continue on. Oh, nice. 7,000 there. Successful mission. 60 units in service. Alright, let's move this back up to Crete. I wanted to try and get to Greece earlier, but the Roman Navy was there. Oh, so, yeah, even some of these smaller factions like Knossos, we're going to be able to farm so much money. I'd highly recommend, once you're strong enough in Rome too, particularly in DEI, get a little navy going and start running around, finding and negotiating with various other factions once you've got resources. It's a good way to make some cash. And then what you do is you invest that trade into the economy. You don't just purely rely on the trade, because trade lanes can get disrupted, particularly when factions get massive. You need to be self-reliant to some extent. Okay, so now we've got 3 full stacks in operation, which is a good amount. Okay. Got a rough blueprint. Okay, they've now pulled back. Like a rough blueprint of buildings we've got.
Commander.
Okay, we'll try and give chase. Once winter has subsided, our movement will come back. And I think we'll go to war with the Carnoots. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Welcome to the top of the turn. Let's try and find Athens and negotiate with the good people of Athena's city. We're going to tell them all the tales from our barbarian conquests. Think of all the literature. Think of all the stories. The mythos. In this burgeoning Greek utopia in Gaul. I think it's just kind of cool. That's what I want to do. Bring Greek culture. And once we've got all of France fully united under our new Hellenic Republic, we can look to project our power further. Maybe through the lands of Britannia. We haven't yet got to the border of Gaul. I don't particularly want to anger the German tribes. We might give them non-aggression pacts and military access for them to wander about, but I'm sure they're probably happy. We're dealing with Celtic factions. They seem to be enemies of them. I'm not too sure what the Iberians are doing. I think Rome is being a little bit weird in this series. They seem to be focusing more sort of down in the south and maybe in Greece potentially. So I really don't know how they're going to perform overall in this particular run. Let's go with the Temple of Athena. It works out well, as we've just gone past Athens. Maybe some of the populace there paid for the temple to be built. Trade agreement dissolved. That's not good. Okay, so can we just go up here? We found the Macedonians. So we've got Pergamon here as well. I'm just hoping this is all sort of Greek, to be honest. Because you know what that means.
Be welcome.
More
If I
trade
can
for
give you a
me.
fair answer,
Okay, we're going to negotiate with Lydia here, who are a
I accept.
vassal state
Enter,
or strappy
friend,
of the
and
Seleucids.
speak.
We even got roads
Surely
here
have
as
much to
well.
discuss.
I'd love to get confederation with some of these
I
nations.
had
Maybe we're better off
thought
going about
better of us. A
and
bride,
claiming some of these Greek
with-
colonies. I'm unsure.
You speak with wisdom and grace.
Because we could just
We
go on in
accept
and
and
occupy.
embrace.
At the moment,
Welcome.
creating our own Hellenic republic from the ground up, it's just time consuming. That's all it is. Converting, bringing it in. We might be able to get more money otherwise. Should we send out like conquering war bands to try and take
For the sake
Serenica,
of friendship that has been and
I don't know.
friendship to come. Greet.
Syracuse?
Your gold would be well spent.
It'd be a
by
little
my
bit weird being all over the place, having a split empire,
gods
but it
of
might be quite
Olympus
fun.
rejoice when men
For now,
show
we'll just get trade with a lot of these factions.
The
The Dalmate have taken control there in Illyria, so let's negotiate with them.
the name of our people.
Nice. We will get a battle here today, I promise. Okay, so this will be our 4th full stack. Nice. With only just southern France, we've got so much power down there. I am itching for a fight though. Let's go with a mine shaft. I think we need that rather than lead. We're making a good amount of cash. Just need to invest. Move you up. Okay, well, I think we declare war upon the Carnutes and then try and take our first piece of territory
I go.
in the province of Galatia. It looks like they've moved an army up there. They do have an alliance with the Aedui, so they could potentially attack us. We should be okay if we can bypass the alliance itself and just attack them. We'll see how we go, eh? Okay, so they have a military alliance with the Aedui, but they're at war with the Nam,
Flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom
essentially
is not
like early
welcome.
Britons,
The wise have spoken.
as in
There is
those from
glory in
Brittany.
what you ask, but our path goes a different way.
Maybe we need to offer them some money, actually. What? It's worth it. Even spending that 600 to get rid of that alliance. It's the last thing I want. Although we just did that, we cheesed the alliance. No, we are going to trespass there.
Ready for battle. For death and honor.
Do we just go for?
Commander.
Minus 60, man. What the hell?
At your command.
I guess we attack this. It's just risky. So we're going to push into a Aedui territory. We outnumber them by 700. It's just a little bit weak because of attrition. Alright, let's fight this one upon the battlefield. 5 units of skirmishers. Mostly hoplites. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to be a little bit aggressive in this one.
Stand ready, you sons of fury.
We'll see how we go.
At your command.
Okay, so this is probably one of our first open field battles we've had in quite some time. In the sense of we've had plenty of land battles, but most of them been offensive. This will be our first offensive action in quite some time. Alright, so here we go. Now, we are using hoplites on the offensive, which isn't the best. Plenty of skirmishes though. Can we try and...
Orders.
Ideally, if you're advancing like this, you kind of want to...
Ready.
make sure at least 2-3 units Sorry, my phone's pinging off. Getting DMs up the wazoo. That's annoying. That's me. My apologies. Okay. Yeah. Not even in formation. Are they really going that wide? Okay. This is about a 50-50. This is going to be an interesting fight. We might just close the distance between both front lines. And...
Quickly now! Light horse!
We might just hold? I'm not too sure. Maybe we do sit in formation. Will they attack me if I get really close? I'm not sure. Okay, they're actually starting to pepper me.
Commander! Riders! Command! Fire! For glory! Fire on the orders!
Ready! Commander! At your orders! Fire on the enemy! Contests!
Okay.
Ready!
We've pushed up and I guess they're doing that thing where they're calculating that they don't want to push. Okay, well we're just going to start peppering them with peltasts. Early peltasts. We haven't hit the next tier variant. But to be fair, they're not in their own familiar territory. They don't know what's going on. They're technically in Adui lands, the Carnoots. Let's move back. Let's move our generals up. So we're in a better position. But so far, everything is going to plan for Massilia. But thank you for all the nice comments as well over the last couple of videos. I appreciate it. I saw a lot of people agreeing with me that Massilia is a pretty cool and underrated faction. Where it is, situationally, they're moving up here now, so we can start to engage their cavalry. And also the logo and the colours. I think it's quite cool. Although we're at war with the Romans, we've been quite lucky that they haven't really done anything. Maybe they, I don't know. They had a casus belli that they wanted to push. Alright, so now we are in our hoplite formations. I want to try and give out attack orders as well, so we can start delivering out some damage. I should really do that more. Unless we're getting overwhelmed in a phalanx position.
Ready and waiting! At speed! Light horse! Hoplites, ready! Pikemen, ready for orders!
That'd be the only reason not to attack if we need to conserve numbers. But the Greek Massilian phalanx, once again, dealing with the thinly armoured and equipped Celtic barbarians in France. They just have the numbers. What's the bigger number? 5 or 1? One army, bred for one purpose of a Hellenic France, rather than 5 little armies of small Celtic barbarian tribes. Okay, we've got a lot of units here just not doing anything. So, let's advance up and continue on. Just watch out for the cavalry. This particular army doesn't have any, so we could have an issue. We technically do, but not like 4 stacks or anything. 4 units rather. Okay, they're out of ammunition. Now, they have a little bit of armor on them, so they can be used as a surrounding force. Okay. And once this Carnute army's been destroyed, we should be able to move against their one settlement. Now, thankfully, no one has united these tribes yet. Internally, you know what I mean? Like, the Averni didn't take a bunch of territory or anything. That probably would have been more difficult. But they're fractured, so it's working well for us. Okay, let's try and swing them around.
Quick march, Commander. Ready and waiting. General, orders understood.
Nice. We're gaining ground.
We await your command. Ready. Double time.
Okay, one of our units is wavering, which is unfortunate.
Ready. Your orders. Your orders. Contests. Quick march.
Okay.
Advance.
They're so quicker in moving. So, we'll see how we go.
Our men flee the field
Pin them
of
down.
battle.
Might move my general around here as well. Swung to about a 60% in our favour. Still think we're going to win this one. We'll see how we go. Going to charge their cavalry here now. Oh, nice. That's a really solid charge. Fantastic. Okay, this battle isn't going exactly to plan. They're lasting a lot longer than what I'd anticipated. It's kind of not unsurprising in the sense
Royal cavalry.
that we are a defensively minded faction and nation. We just exceed in defensive battles rather than offensive. Also, the recruitment style I'm going for lends itself to that. Our best units are the hoplites, so we might as well play that way. Okay, now that we're just wrapping them up, we're just completely encircling what was their center now. They ain't gonna last much longer. And we're gonna win another glorious victory for Zenon of Massilia,
The battle is
the
turning in our
dictator of Massilia. Kind of living up to the dictator Dionysus of Syracuse. Oh, speaking of him, we haven't really got any siege equipment that was renowned for Syracuse. Maybe we need our own Archimedes, as it were. Okay, they're about to capitulate shortly. How are they still standing?
The enemy general is dead.
Their enemy general's dead. Okay, now they're done. Decisive victory. Only 649 lost. Crikey. Alright, that army's now dusted. We are a little bit weak, but nothing too crazy. I don't think the Adui are probably going to beat us. So let's enslave that 500. Nicely done.
Make haste, men.
Turn to continue. Alright, well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. We've nearly played for an hour or so once I edit this down, so this should be a shorter part. But anyway, thanks, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, as we continue to try and take all of the province of Galatia in the next episode. Still continuing on our dream to take all of France and bring it under Hellenic rule, which is easier said than done. It'll probably take us a week in this particular campaign, maybe 2 full weeks of real life recording to get it done. But anyway, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Stay tuned for more Let's Plays on the channel. My name's been Simpzy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.